let us start. So the first app that I would like to share with you is an app called Kahoot.com. For some of you, you might not have seen it before. Maybe you have. But what I would like to say is that this particular tool is a really great way to make material more engaging in your classroom. So I'm going to share my screen, and all you need to do, and we won't need everyone signing in, but just a few of you, all I need you to do is to go to a browser on your device, your cell phone, and go to www.kahoot.it, and then you're going to type in this pin code. I'll put this in the chat for you, for those of you that are looking for the actual pin code. And then you're going to type a nickname. And as soon as you do, we will see some of your names popping up on the screen. So let's have a look to see if any of you are going to be able to sign in. You go to Kahoot.it on your cell phone. You open up. Tash is in. Welcome, Tash. Anyone else want to join us? We've got Tal who's joining us. We'll just give you another minute or two because I'm only spending a few minutes on each app to showcase how they actually work. And we'll just take another 2 or 3 more names. You just open up your browser, whether it's Chrome or Safari on your cell phone, and you type in Kahoot.it, Einstein, AD, Peter, Dunk. Well, now they are all joining. That's fantastic. The pin code will stay at the bottom right-hand corner of the screen when we are playing. So if you do join late, you can still join us anyway. But let me demonstrate how this is going to work. I'm going to click on Start, and this is going to be our STEMI-COP Crazy Kahoots. The first thing I want to say is that this is a quiz question. How many triangles are in the picture below? So what you're going to do is on your device, you're going to touch the answer that you think is correct. The new version of Kahoot now puts the question and the answer on your device, so you don't have to look at the screen. But if you want to count, you'll notice we've got 3 answers in so far, 5 answers, and this is going to keep counting down until it gets to 0, unless we get all the answers in before that time, then the round will end. But what I'm going to do is give you another 5 more seconds, and then I'm going to skip the end of this round. And we're now going to have a look. 8 of you got it correct, 4 of you did not. Let's have a look at our leaderboard. And you can imagine Yoli is very excited. Yoli is on top with 889 points. Peter's coming in second, Gree 80, and Lee coming in 5th place. But this is just the beginning. Let's have a look at our next question. And it is a multi-select. More than one answer is true. So you're going to choose the ones that you think are true. Notice I put the music on to increase the excitement. Once you've chosen the correct answers, you then need to submit them. You can't just choose 3 and then just expect to be submitted. You've got to click the submit button. We're doing well. We've got 6 answers, 7 answers in so far. 15 answers. Whoa, you guys are getting these answers quite quickly.
Combine to make what?
And of course, we got 21, so more people have obviously signed in since we last checked. I'll give you the last 10 seconds. Come on. 2 oxygen and 1 hydrogen combined to make water. Let's have a look. It's actually H2O, not H and 2 O's. Gas is not a phase of matter. Is that true or false? Now that's an interesting one. Gas is a phase of matter. So that one is technically incorrect. So this is what I wanted to show you, that when you are setting up a quiz, you've got to make sure that the integrity of your questions are correct. Otherwise, your students are going to moan at you, and they take this very, very seriously. But let's assuming that this is all correct. I'm going to show you now what our leaderboard looks like. We'll go to the next question. I'm just showing you the different styles of questions. And oh, look, it's a double pointer. Can you solve this snack time equation? I'll give you 20 seconds because we are going to run out of time and I want to try and go through all of these apps that I have today. Ten seconds left. 8 seconds. The answers are not coming in so quickly, so it must be a challenging one. And we're going to end it now. Let's have a look. It is indeed 35. 7 of you got it correct. Let's have a look at our leaderboard. Woo! Tal's now moved up. Maths at Sharp is obviously working. We've got Peter, Greed, Tones, and Lee. Let's have a look at a different style of question. What shape must appear in the block above the square? Here's your square. What shape should appear there in this puzzle? I'll bring the volume down. There we go, so it's not too distracting. And of course, let's have a look. Tal, you've got an answer streak of 4 correct in a row, which means that you are getting bonus points. The quicker you answer a question, the more points you score. This is now a puzzle question. When you get the answers, you've got to drag them into the correct order and then submit. So on a cell phone, it'll go from top to bottom. On a computer, it'll go from left to right. And here is your question. And it's a double pointer. Arrange the choices in ascending order from smallest to largest. Think about how you could do this in physics, in language, in science, in maths. There are different ways you can ask the questions. Drag and drop them in the correct order and then click submit. And I'll give you another 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And of course, the mass of an atom is the smallest. Notice you can also use equation editor and write in numbers and fractions using the equation editor. I need to chat to the Kahoot team. I want my font to be bigger, so I will speak to them about that. Let's go along to, Peter has now moved to the top with Lee coming in second and Tal coming in third. You can also adjust the length of the questions. You can make them 10 seconds or 8 seconds, 10 or 5 or 20 or 30 or even a minute. This is the last couple of questions. This is a slide. So what I could do is after a question, I could put a slide in that explains the answer. And that's a great teachable moment. Last 2 questions. If you overtake the person coming fourth in the 100 meters, what position would you now be coming in? I hear the answers coming in much quicker, which means there's a lot more confidence in the way you are answering. We'll give you another 4 seconds. And 12 of you got it correct. 13 of you got it wrong. If you overtake the person coming fourth, you are now the new person coming fourth. So you did fall for that trick over there. Let's have a look at our leaderboard. Tal is back. And Dan has now got only a few points behind Tal and has also got an answer streak of 4. That's outstanding. The final question, let's have a look. If you overtake the person coming last in the 100 meters, what position would you now be? We'll give you 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And 4 of you got it correct. If you are coming last, there is no one behind you, so no one can overtake you if you are coming last. Let's have a look to see what it did on our leaderboard. In third place, we have Tal. Well done, Tal. You came third. Outstanding. In second, we have Tash. Well done, Tash. And in first place, we have Peter. Well done. Who came fourth and fifth? We had Dan and Tones coming in 4th and 5th. Outstanding. That was lovely work. And I'm going to stop share. One thing that I wanted to indicate about that program is that I can download a spreadsheet of all the results. Now, can you imagine if your students in the class are playing this, or if they are at home and in class and playing this, they can literally take part, and at the end, you can download the Excel spreadsheet, and you've now done all your marking. The kids love this. They take this very, very seriously. And if I were you, what I would do is play it in ghost mode. Ghost mode allows you to play it again. The only difference is that the old version of you will be in that game, and so will the new version. And let me show you what it looks like on the screen. I'm going to share my screen over here. So if I click on next, over here, it shows me which ones were the most difficult questions. If I want to download the full report, I can download it here. But if I could click on play again, watch what happens. All of the old versions of you are here with the ghost, and so is the new version. And the object of the game is to make sure whoever won the last time, you want to beat their ghost. And that means you are better than the previous player. So if I click on start, listen to the popcorn sound. Oh, you might not hear it if I'm not sharing audio, but listen to the popcorn sound of how confident the answers are. We now know what the answer is. Let's see what happens. Oh, the answer certainly coming a little bit quicker than they were before. I'll give you another 5 seconds. And let's skip. And if we have a look over here at the leaderboard, notice not one ghost appears. That means Dan, Peter, Dunk, Tash, and Tal. Oh, well, Tash and Tal, you didn't get it right. But Dunk, Peter, and Dan, the three of you are faster than the best player from the previous game. And what that does is it gives those students in class, oh, they're going to go, oh, I never win these games because so-and-so is always smarter than me. But what I find interesting is that when you play it in ghost mode and you've gone through all the answers already, now you're giving everyone an equal chance. They love this game. They go crazy. My advice, do not overplay it. It should be a treat, not something that they do every single day. There are other beautiful features. You can assign a quiz for homework and they can play it. And the nice thing is you could put an expiry date and time so that they have to finish it by a certain date and time, and they can't just do it last minute before home. And the nice thing is, I often tell schools, why don't you send out quiz questions to the whole school, give them until 12 o'clock the next day, and moms and dads can work with their kids on these quiz questions, and then you can download the spreadsheet and then announce the winners in assembly on the Friday morning. It really is a lot of fun, very easy. I have posted that in the document, so you should be able to find that under Kahoot. The next app I want to show you, very important for those teachers who are working online or in hybrid situations, you want to have a whiteboard. The real issue is that whiteboards are very tricky to work with. There are lots of options. You've got Jamboard. Microsoft has got a whiteboard. I'm now an ambassador for whiteboard.chat. And let me tell you, this is a game changer. And let me show you why. I'm going to go along to share my screen. Here is whiteboard.chat. It looks like a regular whiteboard. And you'll notice on the top right-hand corner, it says invite. If I click invite, I click on that link, and in the chat, I'm going to post the link. So all of you are going to be able to join the whiteboard. Here we go. Click on the whiteboard. So students at home, students in the classroom are going to be working on the whiteboard. And what I can do is I'm going to go to upload. I'm going to get a file from my computer. I want to see if I can find a PDF. Maybe I've got a PDF. Oh yes, I'll probably have one under my Flexing Fridays folder. Let's go like that to Flexing Fridays. And here we go. Is there a PDF? Yes, there is. I'm going to load this quickly onto the screen. There we go. You can see it's on the screen. You can scroll up and down. And I'm now going to go to the bottom of my screen, and I'm going to click on Grid View. And when I click on Grid View, these are all of your little windows that you've signed in. So what I'd like you to do is try and fill in the answers. In fact, let me go back to my one. I'm going to go back to my book. Remember, whatever I put on my screen will appear on yours, and you can't delete it. Isn't that lovely? Can anyone please tell me what is the answer going to be for that one over there and this one over there? You can just write your answers on the screen. You can click on the left mouse button and drag it. You can write with your finger if you've got a touch screen, or you can actually use a stylus if you have one. Let's see if anyone's managed to fill out the answer. I'm having a look over here. Let's go to Dan's board. I'm going to click on Dan's board. Dan, I don't see any work coming from you. Do you think you could up the level there, please? You need to fill in these two answers, because I can see on your board it is. In fact, what I can do is I can join Dan's board. Hopefully someone's not going to be annotating all over the screen. For those of you that are annotating, please don't draw on the screen. If I've now joined Dan's board, as you can see on top, it says Dan's board. Oops, I think someone's got their, let's see who it is. Okay, I think it's all quiet now. You'll notice that on this board, I can say, oh, Dan, that is very impressive. Well done, congratulations, I like it. So I can actually go to individuals' boards, and then I can always click on go back to instructor, and I'm now back on my board again. But you know, what I could do is I could go to board number 2, board number 3, board number 4. I can plan an entire lesson. And when the kids all sign in, I can say to them, all of you go to board number 1, and you are now going to be working on this particular worksheet. And on board number 2, you've got a different worksheet. So I can see all the work you are doing. For those teachers who are working with the younger ones, you've got gizmos and you've got widgets. Let me show you the difference between the two. Gizmos are things like manipulatives. Have a look at all these things over here, math symbols, block code, mind maps, all those sorts of things. So let's go to animals. I can click on animals, and then over here what will happen is we've got all these animals over here. I can click on anteater and now add an anteater onto my board. You won't see it because I'm on board 2, so let me go to board 1, and I'm going to add a parrot. There we go. I've got a parrot. I'm going to place it there, and on the left-hand side, there is a little set of arrows called Move and Resize. I'm going to click on it, and now I can increase the size. I can move it, or I can right-click. Let's see if it'll work. Right-click. I'm going to make this into a jigsaw puzzle. And how many pieces? I want 4 pieces. Set. And now what it's done is it's got the 4 pieces over here. And I'm going to make sure that all of these, I'm going to select them all. Let me go like this. Lasso them all. Have I got them all? Let's try it again. Oops. I want to lasso it all. There we go. And I want to make these puzzle pieces, enable student to move. And enable student to move. Is it working over there? Maybe I've run out of space on my board. Okay, but what I can do is then get you people, yeah, enable student to move. Oh, I think you can already. So on your boards, you can actually drag these things around, and you can make the puzzle pieces work. So some of you can click on the puzzle piece. If you go to Move and Resize on the left, I see over here, Peter, you started working it out. So I'm going to look at Peter's board, and he is busy moving the puzzle pieces. So you can see there is a wide variety of tools. I don't even want to get you started on things like this. Let me go back to my book. Sipo, please don't draw all over the screen. Thank you very much. I'm going to go over here to Clearpage, and I'm going to just clear everything off the page. And what you will notice is if I click on text, the T, I can do a basic text editor. Watch what happens when I handwrite. Hello, every person.
Hello.
You see what it did? Hello, every person. That's what I wanted. And I'm going to just quickly move that there so you can all see it. I'm going to resize. Let me zoom out of my, there we go. Let me bring that down. I can twist it if I want to. And I can also resize it. Let me go over here, resize it, and move it over here. So you've got this flexibility. They've got hundreds and hundreds of other features. Maths manipulatives. If I go along here, look at this. On the widgets, you've got a clock. You've got, let's do a clock. So if you're doing a lesson on time with your students, there we go. You can now move the hands on the clock. And this is all on one whiteboard. You've got dice if you are dealing with issues. How many dice do we want? Let's put 3 dice in. Let's click over here and roll. And all 3 will roll. And you can do things on probability, etc. So that is whiteboard.chat. Tapelo, I know I'm going fast. I'm trying to squeeze 10 apps in 50 minutes. I'm just giving you a taste of what they can do. I'm not going to show you how to use it from start to finish. That is something, if you want to know how to do it, every Friday at 4 o'clock, I run a thing called Flexing Fridays on Facebook. You can join the Facebook page, and I showcase how to use all of these apps. And I know what you're thinking, but I've missed all the previous episodes. What about ones where you cover things like whiteboard.chat? I'm so glad you asked that, because I'm now going to share a link with you. And this is all the sessions I've done on Flexing Fridays. And there are a whole bunch of other apps there as well, and all the video clips associated with each one. Hello, Tony Williams. Lovely to see you. All right, we're now going to go on to the next app. The next app I want to showcase is Toy Theater. Woo! Are you going to love Toy Theater? Toy Theater is unbelievable. Let me go to share my screen. Toy Theater, here we go, is a whole bunch of, this is what the main page looks like. And I will click on math, because these are the maths games and things. And you can choose interactive activities that help students to fall in love with mathematics. So I like this one over here. I'm going to click on connect. It says you need to make a row of 10. So start to begin. 7. Okay, I'm going to move that over there. I'm just using my mouse to move it. More. 2. Oh, I could put 2 over there. And 1. I'll move it there. I made 10. So if you're talking about making groups of 10, lovely game to play. 2, 4, 8. Oh, I know. Oh no, I can't. If I did this, I can't move it up. Oh, pity. More. 5. Let's move 5 over there. No, 6 is not going to help me. 2. I could move 2 down. Yes. 5. Oh no. I shouldn't have moved that 2. I would have used that 5 on this side. No. 2. I could move. Oh, you know what I could do? Move that across. 2 can drop down. I just need a 1 there. Oh, another 2. I can move that over there. 6. That's not going to help me. Another 2. Oh, I made 10. And what you are doing is you are reinforcing the number 10. But that's just one game. You've got all of these games over here. And if you're looking for particular things, place value, you click on place value, and then you can have a whole bunch of things with regards to place value, geometry. You've got a whole bunch of things with geometry, counting, adding. You choose whatever you need, and the kids will absolutely love it. What? Is it free? Of course it's free. It's Toy Theatre. And if you go to their main page, they've got things like an interactive clock. So over here, I can take the minute hand, or I can put it on. I can switch the hour hand off or put it on. I can actually turn it into a stopwatch instead. On your marks, get set, go. And stop and reset. So when I tell you that you've got 5 minutes to do the next activity, I can click on start and leave this on the board, and students can actually see they've only got 5 minutes to do it. Of course, you can do a timer. You've got an interactive clock. You've got a whole bunch of tools, and this is all free on the program. It is the link for Flexi Fridays, I will post that in the chat in a second. All right. So that was app number 3. How much time we got left, Lyndon? I want to see how many I can squeeze in.
Sorry, Steve.
How much time we got left?
About 12 to 20 minutes.
12 to 20 minutes, because I'm using it all. I'm using it all.
Let's use it.
Okay. The next app that I want to show you is a maths textbook. It's called Mathagon. I'm going to open it over here, and I will now share that with you. Mathagon. I am going to try and get the other ones on my phone working as well while we are doing this. Let's see. So this is Mathagon. It's an interactive textbook. So you pick and choose whatever you want to study. Let's go to a course. I'm going to go to a course, and let's choose Euclidean Geometry. That's a good place to start, I think. Let's go to introduction. So Euclidean Geometry, it's going to give me a little bit of introduction. And then it's going to say, start by picking 2 points in the box on the left. There's 1 point. And draw another point. Oh, and there's a semicircle. Now pick a third point that lies somewhere on that circumference. How about here? Look at that. It's a right angle. Wait a second. What happens if I had moved it over here? Hey, it's a right angle wherever I move it. So what happens is it becomes an interactive textbook, and you can't always continue until you have filled out or actually taken part in activities. And there are loads and loads of courses. If I click over here, you can have a look at all these courses, amazing courses to help you to understand things. But now if I go to the polypad is like a manipulative on steroids. If I go along over here to numbers, I've got number tiles. I believe I have got 100 blocks here. So I'm going to split all the tiles. So now I can actually move them out individually. And if I want to, I can actually put them together. Let's see if I can put them together. And let's go like this. I select them all, merge them. Boop. I now have, oh, look at that. If I want to teach about, let's do this. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to now select them all, merge them, and I've got 1 group of 6. I've got 2 groups of 3. I've got 3 groups of 2. Here you can manipulate these tiles. You can go and add an equation. You can write all over the screen. You've even got a ruler if you want to measure draw a straight line, which is quite nice. You've got a pencil. You've got a highlighter, so you can color things in. You can do a lot of these cool tools. And of course, you can also change the color. You can then include a grid if you want to. Maybe let's put one over here if you're teaching coordinate geometry and you want to do gradients and stuff like that. If I go along to number bars and frames, number cards, I can do prime factor circles. If you've ever done the amazing dots, you can do dots arrangements. You can do probability and data. You've got all these things. If I take polyhedral dice, let's choose one of these. I can then simply take it. And if I click on randomize, there we go. It will throw the dice for me. So that is Mathagon in a nutshell. And these are all free. Did I mention it was free? All right, let's go on to the next one. The next one, I have Greg and Duncan in the room. These two men have developed an app which we are going to be working with. It's only a 2-minute video, so I'm going to play the video and hopefully it is all going to behave itself. Let me go to share screen with sound, and here we go.
Hi, I am Greg Becker and I will be introducing MyTutor.chat, a South African-based entirely free education tool that facilitates learning and assessment that has launched with a focus on mathematics competitions. This digital platform is accessible over the web. We have prioritized access and our tool is accessible through the cheapest smartphones, tablets and computers using any browser. It does not require an app download or any hardware configuration. We help learners to both prepare for and participate in competitions. Teachers can monitor the progress of all the learners linked to them and see who is putting in an effort and who is demonstrating improved understanding. They can use the tool to sign the learners up for competitions or even run their own. We work with event organizers and offer them a digital preparation and individualization solution. The content available is currently limited to mathematics competitions, but the functionality is able to support all subjects and areas of content in any language. All we need are partners. Here are some questions, clues and explanations. So far, we have permission to use questions from past UCT mathematics competitions, the South African Mathematics Foundation's Olympiad and Challenge events, and the Living Maths competition. To expand into an additional area, we would require preparation material and assessment question sets in the form of PowerPoint slides with multiple choice questions, clues and solutions. Learners and teachers can sign up in minutes, and their registration information is centrally stored, allowing for speeding competition sign-up. Learners can familiarize themselves with the platform and the types of questions that they will receive in competition by working through the preparation material available. MyTutor.chat has an algorithm that uses what we know of the learner to estimate the level and capacity, and we present questions that are rated to be at their level. If they get questions right, the questions get harder, otherwise they get easier until we meet them at their level. Learners may request clues if they get stuck or view detailed explanations so that they can always learn. We build engagement by awarding badges or reaching certain milestones, and we share inspirational messages of motivation and help learners to monitor their progress on their profile and board. Soon, teachers and organizations will be able to work with us to run a test on this platform by either working with us to add questions or by using a pre-existing question set. We can facilitate a class test or distributed Olympiad at scale, either as a pub quiz or a multiple choice test, and we will soon allow simple text-based responses, although these are harder to mark. The interface helps users to track their progress and allows users to answer and amend their responses, to move around the questions, and to see how they did when it is all over, with detailed explanations available for all questions. The marking is in real time, and learners can see where they are on the leaderboard when the test window has closed. Learners can cheat in the online and offline worlds. We overcome some of the known cheating strategies from the offline world, but being online introduces new cheating temptations. We don't take control of the device, but rather monitor actions and look for anomalous patterns. The tool is still designed to work in combination with invigilators. Please come and try us out, or reach out to us if you have any questions. Say, if you want to know more about what we are trying to do.
That was MyTutor.chat. For those of you that are interested, Tal, maybe you've got some content that you might want to share, past problems and stuff like that. And the question was, is for those of you that would like the actual link to the video because the voice was a little bit soft, Greg is in the room and so is Duncan. They can always share the link in the chat, and please, they will help you to access this video. But essentially, it's an app where you can encourage your students, those ones who need additional stimulation and enrichment. We're trying to identify these smart diamonds in the rough. So please, if you want to get them encouraged and they want to do more mathematics, they must certainly get onto this app. I don't think it's 0 rated, but there is, I think they are working on that. There is a process on that as well. All right, what I'm going to do now is I have shared the links. I want to show you the next tool. Some of you have used Microsoft. In fact, you know what? I'm going to show you one of these quickly. This one over here is a PowerPoint. You've all seen PowerPoint before, but now let's pretend you are teaching and some of your students are Afrikaans and some of your students are English. I don't know if you know this about PowerPoint, but I'm going to open up my PowerPoint. Let's see, I've got a blank page. I'm going to go to slideshow on the top of the screen, and I'm going to click always use subtitles. And then under subtitle settings, I'm going to choose language must be Afrikaans. Now get ready to be wowed. I start my presentation. Was I even sharing my screen? Yes, I am. I'm going to now go to share my, start the presentation. All right, are you all able? Yes, you are all able to see this presentation. I'm just going to move the Zoom thing out the way. What you will notice is that I am going to speak in English and you are going to try and understand what I'm saying, but you're going to have to, it's typing in English on your screen, but you can change the language on your screen. For some unknown reason, it's in Afrikaans on my screen.
Steve?
Yeah.
Sorry, it is Afrikaans. The other English that you see is from the platform.
Oh, okay, okay. So you are seeing the Afrikaans. The other
Yes.
question is, how accurate is it?
Aha.
Let's find out.
No.
Today, we're going to be learning about fractions, and fractions are one of the most interesting sections in mathematics. Lyndon, jy praat Afrikaans? Hoe was it?
Yeah, but no, Steve, I think there's a little bit that we need to look at.
Okay, so Afrikaans is not a great translate. Well, you know, when I do this a session for another country, sometimes they are able to then understand my presentation, even if the language is not perfect. They can understand roughly what I'm saying. So it's not an exact tool, but it can help.
Definitely.
Okay, all right.
It is
So that was PowerPoint with the translation. It really is a fantastic tool for those of you that want to use it. The next thing I'm going to try and squeeze in, how much time we got? About 20 minutes.
Oh, Steve. Now
About
we've
how
got
many?
10 minutes. 10 minutes.
10 minutes. 10 minutes I can do. All right. I'm now going to go onto my phone. Can you please make sure that my other Steve Sherman is a co-host? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise my hand so you can see me. And if you could just make me a co-host over there. Oh, I can, no, can I share? If I just, let me try and share. Maybe it'll allow me to share. Back to the meeting. Where is my, oh, here we go. Share screen. Oh, I'm sharing screen. All right. I'm now on my phone. This next app is a thing called Eduhub. And I'm going to load it up. Eduhub. Here we go. I saw it over there. Eduhub has been developed by Brandon. And Brandon, he is a guy that wants to make a huge difference in the community. So he has been adding loads and loads of different subjects. You'll see maths literacy, there's physics, there's life sciences, there's geography. So let's go to the mathematics just for those of you that are interested. And you click on here. I apologize now in advance because it is a free app. He needs to get someone to pay the bills of his staff. So effectively, there will be a video ad or something popping up every now and again, like we would expect. So I'm going to say grade 10, and I'm looking at mathematics. Those are my subjects. Let's go to next. I've got some videos. I can scan through the videos over here. I've got study guides. Let's go to the study guide over there. But now Oh, it opened up without an advert. That's very rare. Oh, there we go. Via Africa Mathematics Study Guide. And you can go through this entire thing, 168 pages. And you've got a textbook right there. So Eduhub is a fantastic thing. You can sign up. Brandon is adding new resources. And if there are any teachers that would like to add resources for your students, let me know. Send me a message, steve@livingmaths.com. And I would be delighted to hear from you, because I think that this is a wonderful tool. It is free, as I mentioned, but of course, free means that you might have to expose yourself to an advert or two. All right, what else can I squeeze in? Oh, I'm loving this. I've done my tutor, I've done Eduhub. I'm going to do Canva. Canva is very important. Canva, a lot of teachers are trying to make their content interesting. So Canva, you can get a free educator's account. You're going to have to do a little bit of homework on that one, but let me share my screen, and I'm just going to go to a, let me first open up Canva, and then I can show you what it looks like. Canva.com. And remember, I know that I'm rushing through this, but I'm trying to get as much done in the short space of time that they give me. They never give me enough time. It's never, I need at least 7 hours. All right, so here's Canva. Canva.com is a creative site. It allows you to create the most amazing things. Right now, it seems blank, so I'm just going to refresh the screen, and let's see if that's going to help. I'm going to maybe close down a couple of things. Let's close down that. Ooh, this is interesting. It's never happened to me before. Let's try and go to another web page. Canva.com. Let's see if it'll take me. Well, we've got a line this time. All right, well, while it's loading up, just to let you know, what is supposed to happen is that it's got a whole bunch of tools. So when this doesn't work, when plan B, A doesn't work, we go to plan B. I'm going to go to Microsoft Edge. Let's see if I've got Edge over here. I might not have my actual sign-in details, but you'll still be able to understand what we are doing if I'm, oh, there we go. So it's working on Edge. I'm now going to share my screen. And sometimes when you're working with technology, you need to be able to, oh, it did work. Haha. All right. I have got Canva over here. If I want to design a poster in my class, let's go to find a poster. Let's type poster. Oh, look, they've got nice posters over here. Welcome students, fall semester, but that's great. But you know what I want? I actually want to find something with regards to mathematics. So if I put math, oh, this is a nice one. It says PEMDAS. Now, overseas, they don't say BODMAS, they say PEDMAS. So over here, instead of saying parentheses, I'm going to edit that. I'm going to put brackets, and I'm going to change that P to a B. Over here, BEMDAS actually works quite nicely. We don't need to use of because exponents is quite important. And let's change it over here. We're going to call that BEMDAS, and I'm going to call it Steve's class. So what I've just done is I've made my own poster in about 5 seconds, which is, oh, if you are confused, ask your mum. There we go. So I've made a lovely poster. And now what do I do with the poster? I can go along, and if I click over here under share, I can download the poster. I can share a link. I can present the poster. I can copy it to a clipboard. I can do anything I like with it. And it's not just posters. It's worksheets. It's you name it. So let's say I'm done with it and I go back to home. You know what it does? It saves all my designs under designs. So I can do posters, I can do logos, I can do presentations, I can do flyers. You can get the kids to make their own poster on how to explain fractions, and then they have to present it to each other. And of course, they can email it to each other. It really is a very simple tool. So that was Canva. And I see over here, Adrian, you said Canva is a wonderful tool. The journal template is great for learners to record their reflections on work. I've even experimented with the video feature. It's great for like very basic videos. And of course, I do have a link to that in the Flexing Fridays link that I sent you as well. And you are welcome to check that out. So was there anything that I've still got to do? I've done my tutor, I've done Canva, I've done Eduhub. I haven't done the OneNote math trick. So let me show you that finally, and then we are done. All right, so I'm going to go like this.
Okay.
Let's see, I'm going to share my screen. Where is my screen? Let's go to OneNote. Can I find it? It is hidden over. Where is my OneNote? Let me go to my whole screen. You see, we have to innovate every now and again. And can you now see my OneNote? Is it sharing on your board? Yes, it is. Wonderful.
Yes.
So I've created a page on OneNote. For those of you that work with OneNote, of course, this is very helpful. I'm going to write 6x squared minus 3x. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this grab tool on the top left. And I'm going to lasso it. Let's just see if it works. I'm going to lasso. There we go. Is it allowing me to? Oh, I've got to do it like this. Oh, there we go. And then once I've done that, I'm going to go to math. Oh, look at that. It picked up my handwriting. 6x squared minus 3x. Is that correct? Yes, it is. Let's select an action. Ooh, evaluate it. Well, there it's evaluated it. Let's go to factor it. Let's see the steps. Show the solution steps. And there it's got the solution steps. It even has immersive reader to read to you exactly what those steps are. Let's not just factor it. Let's do it a graph. Oops, sorry, Dainty, your sound is on. Lyndon, you can just mute Dainty over there. Are you able to make a plan?
I'll quickly see what you can do. Okay.
There we go. I think it's all muted. Okay. So what I want to show you is that it drew a graph as well, which is unbelievable. It did a graph for me. And here comes the best part. I can do differentiation. I can integrate. But the last step is go to generate a practice quiz. So I click on that and it's going to ask me how many questions do I want? I want 5 questions. Generate a quiz. And what it does, it creates a Microsoft form. It embeds it within that OneNote. Here are the questions. I only did 2 for some unknown reason. Oh, it was because of differentiation. If I'd gone back to evaluate and then go to generate a practice quiz, let's choose 5 questions. Then what it will do is it will create a quiz in Microsoft Forms. The kids can all fill in the answers and submit. And let's pretend I choose random answers. Here we go, 4 and 5, and I go to submit. I can look at my results. Oh, look at that, only 20%. That's not too shabby, but it does show me what the correct answers actually are, and that is in Microsoft Forms. So not everyone is a Microsoft school. It is, I mean, some of you are using Google, but those are some of the features that we have actually used in some of the classrooms that we are working in. And was there one more thing, one last thing, Lyndon? Have I got time to squeeze in one more thing?
We've got the last 10 minutes basically for the discussion. So I've looked at the chat. Basically, everybody is excited of what you're doing. So I think a last one will definitely do it.
Okay,
Let's go.
last one. Oh, wonderful. All right. So this app over here, I'm going to share my screen with you. There we go. I'm on my cell phone again. I'm going to type in Microsoft. Let's see if I can find it. Math.
Okay.
Is it coming up? I've got to see if I can find that logo. I think I've stuck it in one of my under education. No, I'm not seeing it there. Come on, I've got to find it now. Let me just see. It was called Micro. I think it's one of these. No, that's Miracast. No. Let me just type it in and see what happens. Microsoft Math Solver. And if I do a search for it, let's see if it'll find it. The internet is obviously not so great today because it's not behaving itself. But basically what Microsoft Math Solver does is it allows me to take a photograph of a handwritten or a text typed thing. No, that's not what we want to do. We want to go back. I want to see if I can find my Microsoft. No, I'm going to find it. I know it's on this phone here somewhere. I will just peek at it and eventually I will see it. Let's see, because we only had it. Oh, there we go. I think that's it. Okay, got it. So this is the actual app. If I go along and I write on the screen, let's say I write 2x squared minus 4. And I go to 2x squared minus 4. Look, it picked it up, 2x squared minus 4. I can then click on the little arrow on the top there, the little find the solution thingy. And it's not letting me. So today I think the internet is just too slow for some unknown reason. It's not letting me do that. But if I do click on the thing, there we go. It's supposed to. Yeah, we go. If I click on that, it's supposed to solve the question, show me the different steps, show me the graph, show me similar problems, show me videos about that particular topic, related concepts, worksheets that I can download off the internet, similar problems from web searches, and it goes on and on and on. So you just have to take a photograph of a handwritten problem, and then as soon as you do that, all of a sudden, it will show you all these wonderful resources, or I can actually scan in on my phone. I can scan in a number question. And if I do that, then I should be able to get it to do the identical thing and evaluate that mathematical thing. It's called Microsoft Math Solver, but it is on the Google document that I've shared with you. All the apps that I've shown you today are on the link, and I will put in the chat again, because I know that some of you might have missed it. Yep. So here we go. And now we can go for questions.
Steve, if you just watch, I think it was Duncan that said it, the mathsmicrosoft.com thing that he forwarded. Then also Natalie mentioned about Mobi Tutor.
Yep, Mobi Tutor, very good as well. I'll add those onto the sheets that we've got at the moment, because I've added a whole bunch of other tools too. It wasn't just those 10. I've added 2 pages of extra tools.
Perfect. All right. Steve, as mentioned, at the moment, we've got like 4 minutes basically to wrap up. At the moment, everybody is just excited. And as mentioned, I've told you guys, you want to be here. I really enjoyed it. I think we've done about 11 apps. You promised 10. We've done 11th one.
Under promise, over deliver.
So perfect, perfect. So anybody from the audience maybe that still needs to ask something, because Duncan says that the app is available from that page. Okay.
I have put links to all the apps that I've shown you on the actual document that I've shared. And also for those of you that want to join us on Fridays at 4 p.m. for the live stream of Flexing Fridays, we have new apps being showcased every single week, but we do 30 minutes, 3 or 4 apps, and it allows us to share this with teachers around the world. So you won't just be local, it'll be from around the world.
Okay. Yeah, no, I think that is it. Everybody's still thanking Tal, excited. I think it was because he came third in the Kahoot last time or something.
Tal, I think she came third in Kahoot, yeah. But you could share these links. Everything that I'm sharing is for everyone. That's why I do it. I don't keep it to myself. I want people to use these tools in their classroom to improve their teaching and to make lessons a lot more fun. All right.
Perfect. Yeah, everybody's just thanking Steve. Very excited. Phenomenal. Hi, Tony. Tony also special ad. Oh,
yeah, it's not a special add-on. It's not a special add-on. It's in OneNote. You can just find it there.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay. I think the last thing that we need to mention is I want to thank Steve for another wonderful session. Always lekker to listen to you, Steve.
It's always good to have
excited. You. All the energy that we need. So thank you for that. And I'm sure everybody enjoyed it. I think we need to go back to the main room plenary again. So I've just in the chat just add the link again to get back to the main room. So thank you, Steve. Thank you, everybody, for attending.
Thank you, everyone. We'll see you.